Lewis Hamilton spills the tea on Max Verstappen's baby news, and George Russell busts a classic F1 myth. Stop the presses. Well, not literally, but we've got ourselves a rare peek behind the curtain of F1's usually buttoned-up world of carbon fiber, turbochargers, and gritted teeth podium interviews. Lewis Hamilton, the man who once dominated Formula One so thoroughly he made the rest of the grid look like they were racing lawnmowers, has just let the world in on a little secret. He and Max Verstappen have been chatting. Yes, chatting. Not swapping barbs over championship drama or passive-aggressively commenting on racing etiquette. Nope. They talked about babies. Actual, human babies. Cute ones. Well, one in particular, Max Verstappen's soon-to-arrive bundle of joy. Apparently, the Dutch phenom, known for his laser focus, aggressive overtakes, and, let's be honest, that resting, "don't mess with me" face, is about to enter a whole new league, parenthood. Cue the diapers, sleepless nights, and tiny Red Bull onesies. Let's rewind for a moment. At the Miami Grand Prix, a glitzy, star-studded affair where the cars are loud and the sunglasses even louder, Hamilton let slip that he had a little heart-to-heart with Verstappen during the previous race weekend in Saudi Arabia. Not about turn and angles or tire degradation. Nope. About fatherhood. Because apparently, Verstappen is not just fast on the track, he's racing toward dad life, too. "I spoke to him briefly in Saudi and saw how excited he was," Lewis said, doing his best impression of the supportive uncle who brings the coolest gifts to the baby shower. Big congrats to him. And in true wholesome Lewis fashion, he added, "I just wish him all the best. It's an amazing, such a special thing." Wholesome levels. Maximum. Now, let's address the elephant in the media pen. Verstappen wasn't even there in Miami for Media Day. Red Bull, known for their sleek cars and even sleeker PR team, issued a statement with the tone of a bodyguard outside a VIP room. Max will not be attending Media Day in Miami as he is expecting a baby, it read. That's PR speak for, he's got way more important things to do right now than answer questions about tire compounds. They followed up with a polite mic drop. All is well, and he will attend the track tomorrow for the race weekend. We will not be offering any further comment at this time in respect towards the privacy of Max and his family. Translation? Please don't ask Christian Horner if Max is practicing burping techniques. It's none of your business. Now, if you've been paying attention, and we know you have, you cheeky motorsport fanatic, you'd have known this baby wasn't exactly a shock announcement. Whispers and social media hints have been floating around since December. Kelly Piquet, Verstappen's partner and social media extraordinaire, had fans playing Sherlock Holmes with every caption and emoji. A spring 2025 arrival was expected, and well, spring has sprung. Let's take a pit stop here for a second. F1 drivers becoming dads isn't exactly a daily occurrence. These guys are usually more focused on downforce than daycare. Verstappen will become only the second current driver on the grid with children. The other? Nico Hülkenberg. Yes, the man who made the Hulk nickname somehow both intimidating and charming. But before you start worrying whether Max's lap times are about to be replaced by lullabies and Lego, George Russell has something to say. George, Mercedes resident golden boy and occasional Verstappen sparring partner, isn't buying the tired old myth that fatherhood slows a driver down. You've seen drivers in the past win championships, win races, who have got kids, George said coolly. And then, delivering the verbal equivalent of a controlled slide into a corner, added, "So I don't see a change in anything on his professional level." Translation? Dad or not, Verstappen will still be terrifyingly quick. Let's not forget that Russell and Verstappen haven't always been on each other's Christmas card lists. Remember that steward meeting fallout in Qatar last year? Yeah. That wasn't exactly a group hug moment. But here, George took the high road. Or maybe the scenic route, either way, he handled it with grace. I think we're all professionals, he said. But this is a personal part of your life. And I guess for anybody who's had a kid, it's a pretty special moment. Could someone hand George a baby blanket and a cup of chamomile tea? Because suddenly, he's sounding like everyone's favorite family friend. He even referenced his nieces and nephews, not his own kids, but close enough to make the point. They bring me so much joy when I spend time with them, he said. Insert collective, ah. It's actually kind of refreshing to hear Formula One drivers, people we usually associate with steely nerves and tactical aggression, talking about babies and joy and the softer side of life. These guys are constantly judged by milliseconds and split-second decisions. They're not really known for their emotional availability. But maybe, just maybe, there's a little more heart beneath the helmet than we give them credit for. And if you're wondering how Max feels about all of this, well, he hasn't said much publicly, which isn't surprising. The man is about as emotionally expressive as a Swiss watch, precise, reliable, and mostly silent. But Hamilton's comments gave us a rare glimpse into the emotional orbit of a driver who's usually laser-focused on victory. Lewis saw the excitement. He felt it. And for a man who's had his fair share of championship battles with Verstappen, 2021, that's saying something. Here's the thing. Being a parent changes people. Even world champions. It doesn't mean Max is suddenly going to start letting people pass him on the inside just because he's mellowed out. But maybe it means he'll smile a bit more. Or at least crack half a grin during press conferences. So, what now? Max Verstappen will be back in the car, doing what he does best, sending it into turn 1 like it's personal. Only now, he'll have a little extra motivation waiting for him at home. A reason to push just that fraction harder. Or maybe, on the rare occasion, a reason to pull back just a little. Because life, as Lewis put it so simply, has just given him a special thing. So next time you hear an engine roar or see Max disappear into the distance on lap 3, remember this. There's a tiny Verstappen out there, maybe not yet walking, definitely not driving, give it a decade or two, who will one day hear about how fast their dad was. And maybe, just maybe, they'll see those clips and go, wow. My dad wasn't just fast, he was fierce. In the meantime, let the man enjoy the magic of baby socks, burping cloths, and midnight feedings. He's earned it. And who knows? Maybe next time we see Lewis and Max chatting in the paddock, it won't be about titles or team politics. It'll be about which brand of baby wipes gets the job done faster. Because in Formula One as in parenthood, speed is everything. Would you like this in a formatted document or adapted further?